despite the end result?
Yeah, I've got to be careful how I say that because obviously we lost the game of football 2-0. But I thought for 90 minutes, the question before the game to the boys was, we're playing a strong Premier League team, where are we in comparison? I think for 90 minutes we were very close. I thought we went toe to toe. Both teams, I thought, moved. It was a very entertaining 0-0 draw for the neutral. Both teams were creating chances, but again, it's the same story for me that we've created 4 or 5 gilt-edged chances, and we have to take them. Simple as that.
Obviously, a good chance for the young lads to get a good run out of the lot. Play 30 or 40 minutes.
Yeah, it is. To be fair, you want to win the game. You want to win. It's the FA Cup. It's a magnificent tournament. You want to win and go as far as you possibly can. And then we had the rearranged game with Luton on Tuesday, and you have to think about the players. You know, they've had a really demanding schedule already in terms of a lot of games in a short period of time. So Jeff, Brighty, Illy, Tom Carroll, etc. Others. You saw Don Ball cramped up for the last half an hour, but got through the game. So got to look after them in the game on Tuesday night.
How important are those next 2 games?
They're all important. Every game's important, but you know, you can't talk about a winning mentality. Winning games of football, and let's say the FA Cup doesn't matter. It's a fantastic tournament, so we'll never disrespect the tournament. We wanted to win today. There we are, 0-0 at 90 minutes, and the first goal was going to be important, but that's the frustration, I think, for everyone concerned, that we played against a very good team, created some good chances, and haven't got the rewards again. And that's so important for us going forward to get the goals that the football deserves, I think, at times.
Mark, how is this going forward into the league?
Yeah, but I think, you know, teams have watched us. I sound like a very old broken record, but you know, can you play good football? Are you creating chances? And you saw today, you know, a very, very good team, great depth. They missed 1 or 2, and look at the subs are coming on. So that's the Premier League. So how do we compare? And I thought that, you know, the young guys came on and we went toe to toe. Johan, Rob and Jeff at the back. I thought Brighty and wing back looked very, very positive. Did a really good job defensively and offensively. Strikers worked tirelessly. Dom and Tom in midfield. Ilias, I thought it looked a good team. You know, against a very good team. But at the end of the day, it's all about the scoreline. It doesn't say 0-2, but they played well. It just reads 0-2, and we've got to reckon that's the stark reality. And you have to put the ball in the back of the net to change games.
Have you started about something of this week game? Emma Chiesa was here today watching the game from the stand. Something that you may have broken protocol and promoted by the protocol to go with that. What's your reaction to that?
What, do you break the protocol? I've no idea. If you ask our safety officer, you might have a far better idea than me. You're way above my pay grade, so I've no idea.
You've been playing, you've got young players, other things going on.
I'm going to talk about the game today, what they do in their spare time. I can't comment on that because that's not my area of expertise, far from it.
Mark, you talked about the goals. Charlie Austin, whereabouts is that at? Was he here today? And is that not done already?
We're getting very, very close. There's 1 or 2 that well, more than 1 or 2 that we're working on, and we're very, very close on those 1 or 2. And I think, you know, hopefully 2 or 3 more will follow behind. So it's about the squad. We're very, very light in terms of the squad. You saw young guys coming on today as subs, so the squad is exceptionally light. So we need to add some freshness to it, some experience as well. So we'll do that, and hopefully we're very close.
Mark, I'll just ask your views, another COVID-related question. Obviously, I've seen what you've had to say about circuit breaks, etc. Sean Dyche raised the idea of, and the argument that he kind of justified and explained about footballers getting the vaccine, maybe being pushed forward in the queue. You know, not at the expense of anyone else, but because of the whole testing process and the money that could then be put elsewhere. I wonder, what were your thoughts?
I know Sean very well, and I think, you know, financially, I don't know how the numbers stack up. So if they turn around and go, by doing that, we save this amount of money for the NHS, etc., then of course, there's no one in their right mind would dispute it. I do think, I saw Steve Bruce's comments. You know, there's 1,362 deaths yesterday and 68,000 new infections. You've got to fear those numbers are going to keep on rising, certainly the next 2 or 3 weeks. So, you know, I understand we all love the game of football. We're very privileged to be in football, very privileged to be working at these difficult times. But I understand these comments about the moral responsibility. I'm not sure when schools are being closed and we're at 1,300 deaths. It's tragic. And we talk about football, we're talking about someone watching respectfully. You know, I don't want to sound like an old prophet of doom, but I think at some stage the most important thing is killing this virus. And we're playing football still, and the case is still going high. I think we have a moral responsibility. I totally agree with Steve Bruce. I agree with Sean. If it financially stacks up, then absolutely we should do it. Anything for NHS, we should do it.
Thank you very much.
Mark, Steve could have had the game won in normal time today. strikers in sort of 3 or 4 big chances. Does that kind of show you do need to bring experienced strikers?
It shows that you've got young guys who come in. Lyndon and Mac have both come in, and young Charlie Kelman as well. And they're settling adjusting to the level. Now today you're playing against Premier League players all over the park. They told me that Fulham were weaker today. You know, I know Scott very well, full of respect for Scott and the job he's doing and the squad there and Fulham as a club. But you saw some high quality players, internationals on the park today. And they're working hard to improve the game and get used to the level. Are we guilty of missing chances? Yes, we are. Of course we are. We'll be guilty of conceding some soft goals as a team and not scoring as a team. Set pieces, for example, we can score. So it's about us taking responsibility, but there's no doubt at the moment that's the final piece of jigsaw that we have to get right, because goals change games, and I keep repeating myself time after time. But if you're not creating chances, there's a real worry. If you're not moving the football, it's a real worry. We're doing that, but it's irrelevant unless you put the ball in the back of the net.
Mark, do you think Charlie's the sort of person who comes in who can actually provide that guidance and a bit of a lesson to those guys there?
People like Charlie, obviously they've got proven track records, haven't they? You know, people in those experienced strikers, they're experienced for a reason. They've been around for a good period of time. They've proven themselves at the level, scoring goals consistently. That's what you want, and that's how young players learn from those people as well. You know, the mentoring role for senior players is very, very important. So, you know, whoever comes in, I hope very much they can provide both on and off the pitch.
So, Jordi De Vries as well, is that?
There's lots of targets we're going for, and as soon as they confirm the gentleman's my left-hand side, I'm sure we'll confirm it.
But are you kind of for the game?
We're looking for, you know, we're very, very light in terms of squad size. You look at the young boys on the bench today, young boys coming on. Didn't use Albert today, I had every intention to, and Chrissy Willock, but just the nature of the game. But we're very, very young in terms of our squad, and we need to freshen up and to add some experience as well. So to make sure we have cover. You know, a lot of those boys there will play again Tuesday night, and then they'll play again Saturday, then they'll play again Wednesday, then they'll play again Saturday, and they'll play again. And it's that type of relentless games programme that if you haven't got the depth, you pay the price. So I hope very much we can have 3 or 4 names through this course of January. Yeah, I think the development is important. You know, boys can sit on the bench. You can sit there and say, yeah, I'm in the QPR squad, I'm on the bench. I'm not developing. I need to play and develop. So young Connor, you know, young Faisal, these type of boys, whether they do it in our B team in a really high quality games programme, or whether you go out on loan and you get that men's football, that one where 3 points counts. Because very often in 23s or B team, whether you win or lose, of course you want to win, but there's no consequence. You go out in men's football in League 1 or League 2 and you lose, you're costing someone their mortgage. So you need to make sure you go out there and perform, and that's invaluable development for young players. So whether that's the case for 2 or 3 of ours, we'll see what we can bring in.
You happy with Bright today?
I thought Bright was excellent today. I thought the first half he dropped a little bit deep and didn't get the ball enough to really go against a high quality opponent in Tete. But then I thought second half he showed real discipline defensively and got forward and looked dangerous, and I was really pleased. But again, he's had a lot of football. You saw the time, I've got to be careful, you know, the fatigue is when the injuries kick in. Don Ball played half an hour there, just cramped up completely. So Bright, Ilias, you know, Jeff, Tom Carroll, these type of boys, we've got to look after them.
Bright, is that something you might?
Now, Bright can play right, left, he can play down the middle, he can play wing back, and then that was the first time we've really seen him there today. We've had a week of training to do it, which has been nice, but I think he's got the absolute potential to do that, undoubtedly. I think sometimes the best fullbacks, for example, start off as wide right players or wide left players, and they just dip back into that role. I think Bright has got the ability to be an outstanding wide player, but also a very, very good wing back.
You hope he will be here long enough to...
I hope very much he's here as long as he possibly can be. That's my wish as a manager. What happens above that is outside my pay grade, unfortunately.